These are going to be the next most trendy Adidas silhouette, I promise you. Next to this Puma Speed Cat, this is definitely going to be a nice, strong competitor to that. Can you guess what it is? Welcome back everyone to another unboxing and review. Today we're going to be covering a silhouette that we've yet to cover, and I am telling you now, this is definitely going to be one of the most trending, most fashion forward sneakers that you're going to be seeing everywhere on foot, and this is just a start. So these are the Adidas Taekwondos. It is a steal of a price point. We'll get into that later at the end of the video, but we'll go through the overview of both of these, jump into size and fit, followed by how I styled this really futuristic, trendy, archival sneaker, and then we'll jump into how much these are going for on the retail market currently. Let's jump right into it. For those of you who are Bad Bunny fans, you've probably seen some images leaked of him actually walking with Kendall Jenner in a pair of his own collab take on the Taekwondos. Looks like it's a bit of a chenille material and kind of a cream colorway with a very chunkier gum bottom. I think that the distortion of the silhouette looks a little bit different than this classic pair and variation, but this is definitely a silhouette that has been in the archives for a very, very long time, since 1988, which is when Adidas tapped into the market of Taekwondo at the Olympics in Korea, and they were one of the first to actually jump on board. So then in the early 2000s, these were worn on the mats, and it was originally then called the SM2, then to be renamed later the Taekwondos. These actually have not been on the market since 2019, and typically when you see somebody like Bad Bunny wearing a pair of an archive silhouette, you know that the brand is going to start pushing heavy on that silhouette, which is how I know that this is probably going to be the up and coming silhouette that's kind of been on the back burner behind the Gazelle as well as the Sambas, which have been kind of saturated in the market right now. Everyone is drawn to them, they're wearing them, super trendy, that they've even gone to the platform of those variation of each of those silhouettes. So it is nice and refreshing to see something new on the market. Again, steering away from that chunkier dad silhouette. These are definitely more European style and aesthetic in my opinion, but this is definitely transferring over to the US market, and I'm definitely starting to see these on a lot of celebrities, including Jennie from Blackpink, who was seen and spotted wearing a pair of the Taekwondos, and you're definitely seeing a lot of these on the streets of New York as well. So as far as both these pairs go, I decided to grab two pairs just to kind of give you two different variations of look and feel. The black is definitely a classic pair. It's the black and white with this nice, just simple gum bottom, whereas we have the silver and white pair, which I think is also going to be super trendy, especially for the holiday season, but also just very simplistic with that gum bottom. So as far as the upper goes, you do have some nice, simple, thin, tumbled leather on both pairs, this one in black and this one in white. White laces on my left for the white pair and black laces on my right. Then we've got some nice metallic silver for the Adidas branding on the tongue, and the tongue is also a nice thin tongue which has that leather material, and then the black also has the same exact material except the Adidas logo is in white. So let's take a look at those details and then we'll move along to the styling. All right, so wrapping around to both side panels, the medial sides have the 3 stripes in different color variations. So the white on this pair, the silver on this pair, and then underlays of that nice just tumbled black and white leather. On the back of the heels, we've got the Adidas branding, this one in black, this one in white, and then some nice just tumbled leather in 2 different color variations of white and silver on this pair. Then on the lateral side, you'll see that we've got the same stripes and the same exact color coordination on each with the same materials used. Then when we go to the inner lining, this pair is just nice, simple in white, while this is black. It does have a little bit of a sheen and metallic hint to both, so when it hits light, it does kind of have a nice aesthetic. The interior for the insole on this one is white and silver, while this one is black and white. Then when we drop down to the midsole, this is where I love the sneaker, where it just really comes together, where we have a white midsole, black midsole, but then we've got that gum bottom. The gum bottom for me really makes it on each of these pairs. So as far as wondering how did Adidas bring a Taekwondo sneaker to the lifestyle market, they decided to add in some cushioning, because before, when these were just used on the mat, there was absolutely no cushioning, and these would be extremely uncomfortable, I feel like, without that. So let's take a look at those last and final details. As far as size and fit goes, this is a extremely narrow sneaker. So if you have flat wide feet, you are definitely going to need to size up on these. I actually sized down half a size. So typically I'm a men's 7.5, and I actually went with a size 7. They fit me perfectly, but there is no extra space in these. So definitely don't plan on wearing thick socks with these, as I am at max capacity in front of the toe box region. And I do have very narrow, high arch feet. So I feel like this silhouette works perfect for me. So again, if you have flat or wider feet, it's definitely going to differentiate, and you may 100% need to go at least with the true size. All right, so now let's talk about styling. Again, this is what I'm calling one of the most fashion forward, more trendier sneakers that will start popping off in the market. I feel like people actually were kind of going off on me when I started covering Sambas and Gazelles years ago, because I was pretty early on it, and I knew that those were actually going to hit the market and become quite popular on foot as well. And I do foresee that happening with this Taekwondo, as I feel like people nowadays get really tired of things so quickly, and so trends just kind of come and go quite fast, much faster than they used to. And with the whole Y2K trend, I feel like this is a perfect Y2K kind of trend, look and feel. And it is very similar to a ballet kind of shoe. So I feel like this is definitely a nice variation, especially if you want a sportier take on the ballet shoe and silhouette. So as far as looks, I decided to wear a simple black leather blazer for both of these with some simple light denim pants. I definitely feel like this is a great casual shoe that does have kind of a little bit of a more upscale, dressier look and appeal. Then for the second look, kept it pretty dressy with a pin-striped suit in navy and white. I definitely feel like navy goes with both, and I feel like because of these gum bottoms, you can really play a little bit more with other color schemes. And for the last and final look, I wore a little bit of a dressier look, this time all brown, with a brown maxi skirt and a matching sleeveless brown shirt with some nice just gold details. for just a nice upscale look to show you that you definitely don't have to go super casual with these. You can definitely go all out.
너무 빛이 나 그런데 모르는 사람은 왜 너뿐이야 자신감을 가져 자신감을 가져 Girl won't you be yourself 걱정하지 말고 불안해하지 말고 Girl time to love yourself 그대로가 perfect 누가 뭐라 해도 perfect 세상 사람들이 너를 외면한다 해도 너는 누구보다 완벽해 이 세상에 하나밖에 없는 you're so perfect 특별하게 너다운 게 say it with me perfect if you didn't know no you're the baddest you should know no 너는 네가 너무 완벽해 나는 내가 관리 내 속마음 mind and body 긍정적인 사고 Now tell me who will stop me 자기 비하 stop me I talk me up 작은 흠 한두 개쯤 절대 개의치 않아 사람과 사람의 관계
All right, so as far as retail price, this is why I do think these are going to be even more popular than the Gazelle and Samba is the price point. These are retailed at $90. It is very, very hard these days when it comes to larger, bigger, more popular brands to find a sneaker under $100. It is near impossible. And I know that, you know, sometimes funds are tight. And when you want to really just give your wardrobe a new refresh, it's hard to do it on a budget, but this is a great sneaker for the price point, especially if you have narrow feet. All right, everyone, that is it for this unboxing and review. If you joined us for the first time, thank you so much. Be sure to hit that subscribe on your way out if you're not already subscribed to the channel, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this unboxing and styling segment. My name is Marissa Hill. This is ShadeTV. We will catch you all on the next episode.
Perfectly imperfect, yeah, I ain't no AI model. Fully human, I'm fully blooming, perfection.